Are you thinking about purchasing a condo? Here's a couple things you should probably think about that maybe you did or did not take into consideration. First of which is parking. Condos tend to have limited parking. So take that into consideration when you're doing your search. How many people are going to visit you? How many vehicles do you have? The type of vehicle you have. Most condos don't allow motorcycles. Condos that have under building parking, for instance, like this building, high profile vehicles won't fit. So my pickup truck won't fit in here. Secondly, take into consideration access. How easy is it for your friends and family and yourself to get in? You'll have a clicker or a key if you've got a guard gate. But if that guard's gone at the end of the day, or you have to call down to give them permission to let somebody in, things you need to take into consideration. Small little things that you don't realize till you actually are here. When you get your groceries, you park in the parking lot, and then there's a vertical component to the condo. Where you're used to making 1 or 2 trips maybe from your house, 1 or 2 trips means that you've got a trip from your car, you lock your vehicle, you go to the elevator, you go up, you go to your unit. Condos are pretty smart though, and they know that that's an issue. I've watched people here come with little fold-up carts. The condo also provides shopping carts for you to load your groceries back in, or whatever it is that you're bringing up, and then you can come right back up, you bring the cart down for the next person, and everything is fine. So that problem got solved. Let's talk about condo association expenses. While condos actually provide an almost maintenance-free environment for you, they've got the lawn covered, building reserves to cover the paint, covers insurance for the main structure itself. If you've got a pool, the guard in this case, property manager, maintenance staff, etc. Those are all things that you're still paying for, albeit at a group rate. Now, most condos have what they call a master plan for their insurance. You will most likely have to purchase a plan for yourself, but it's just the interior of your specific condo unit. So you need to think about that when you're actually looking at a condo and taking that into consideration. Some of the other things that you should take into consideration, what the condo fees cover. Does it cover water? Does it cover trash, sewer, cable, internet? What are those fees covering? Whether you're considering a high-rise condo or a low-rise condo like the ones over my shoulder, access is a consideration. How do you get in and out of the building? Security is great, and it has code features, so it limits the access and accessibility to random people walking in and out of the building itself, adding potentially a layer of security. Moving in and out, sometimes you have to plan. So they can put the pads up, they may have restrictions on hours of the day, or even whether or not you can move in on a weekend. Those are things you need to take into consideration and at least plan for. Most condos will allow, with 24-hour notice, time for moving. However, there's a couple other things that I just happened to notice that you might want to take into consideration. Maintenance of the floors and upkeep of the building, such as painting or sealing of the floors. I just noticed this sign right here, and they're going to shut this floor down. I'm on the 17th floor. They're going to shut this floor down from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this coming Friday. So you need to take that into consideration about your day, because you're not going to be able to walk on the floor because it's going to be sticky with the sealer, and it's going to need to get dry and set before you can walk on it. Laundry facilities in condos aren't necessarily always in your unit. Sometimes they're community ones, which are on, like in this building here, they're on each floor, and they're pay per load. Now, the cool thing is that these are, you can use your phone, they're touch. So you can use your phone or set up an account, but I just use Apple Pay, tap my phone. It's like $1.25 for a load, $1.25 for a wash of dry, and you're good to go. This unit in particular has some storage cabinets, which is pretty cool. Very limited storage, and we'll get to more of that later. But you do have some storage for at least maybe your laundry stuff. One thing for me that is a big consideration and I love is the view. This is the Intercoastal Waterway, and the view is absolutely amazing from this tower. Now you want to talk about a view? Let's take a look at a view. Maybe this is worth trading off some of those inconveniences like a cart to bring your stuff up and down, limited storage ability. This unit in particular has a small storage closet here on the balcony, but again, the view. We've got some private beach area here, which is part of your condo association fees, followed up by the public beach area. You can see that there's not much traffic down here right now, simply because this is more on the private side of the public beach, and the access requires you to walk. Now, if you look over here, we're on Sand Key. That's Sand Key Park and the hotel over there. And then just over the water, you're gonna see the Clearwater Beach main beach side. So you have, within a mile, you're right on Clearwater Beach, or you're on the Sand Key side of things. This is a multi-household building, and you're close to each other. So you know your neighbors, you're gonna run into them in the elevator. They're gonna have people to the left of you, to the right of you, above you, and below you. So you might hear some clunks and bumps from time to time, or a door shut, or smell some burnt toast. I'm guilty of that a few times myself. Like I said, I've been here for a month and I haven't really heard anybody yet. So maybe the occasional dragging of a chair. One last thing for you to take into consideration, and this is definitely gonna be geographically driven. If you're where I'm at today, out on a barrier island, on Sand Key, which is just off of Clearwater Beach, you're gonna have to take into consideration traffic and the traffic patterns at the different times of year. Holiday weekends, holidays in general, are probably going to be heavier traffic. So you're gonna have to plan accordingly. However, on the average day-to-day, traffic here is really not that bad. Sunset, the traffic gets a little heavier, but you also have two ways on and off the island. You can head over here to the right and go over the Bel Air Causeway, or you can go to my left and then cut through all the touristy areas of Clearwater Beach. But you have options. So, in closing, is a condo right for you? That's your decision. Take into consideration parking needs, the vertical element of living in a condo, whether or not you're comfortable having a washer dryer that is more of a community washer dryer of the 8, 10, 12 people that live on your floor, or however much it is, whether or not you want to live in a multi-story like behind me here, or you want to live in maybe like a 1 or a 2-story condo. They're still condos. Think about the amenities, whether you want pool, condo fees you need to take into consideration. So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to ask any questions or comment below. I'll see you on the next video.